So, this is Hawken. It's a free-to-play game, and thought I'd show you a little bit. This is Dan from Infinite Lives. So I just downloaded Hawken maybe about a few days ago. Got it on Sunday, and been playing it ever since. It's a really fun game. It's a first-person shooter, but you're in these cool-looking mechs, and it's kind of like BattleTech-looking kind of mechs and stuff. And the controls are really fluid. It controls like a modern FPS shooter, but while the mechs can kind of dash around and even fly a little bit, like there's a real good sense of weight to them and everything. As you can kind of see, they're kind of, especially in close quarters, they kind of stumble around a bit. So this is me playing on Team Deathmatch a couple days ago, and and you run into each other quite a bit and everything. It gives every impression that these are big hulking machines and things. So it's a free-to-play game, and the first mech that you get is the one that I'm currently piloting. It's called the CRT Recruit. I think I've seen it been referred to as like the television mech because it looks like you have a big TV in the front. But yeah, so you get this cool looking cockpit. Some of the gauges actually work. The one right in the center where there's like a little arrow that keeps going up and down. Oh, this is me repairing. So you don't have to. Yeah, that's me also dying. You don't have to get medic kits or anything like that to repair damage. But unlike most modern FPSs, you're not just kind of sitting and waiting while you get repaired. You kind of have to hold down C, and that leaves you vulnerable to attacks like that. So it's a pretty good mechanic because you're extremely vulnerable. It's harder. It takes a couple seconds for you to get into repair mode and a couple seconds for you to come out of it. So it's not like you can just keep bouncing in and out. When you do kill a guy, there's also these small little orbs that come out, and it's like energy orbs or something like that, so that also repairs your damage. And you can use those. What I've really liked about this game, and you're going to kind of see it here, is you have to really work together. Unlike Call of Duty, you can be a real lone wolf. I mean, it does help if you're team-oriented and you have a good team and everything, but you can be real lone wolf and have a good time. But here, one-on-one fights are hard, and unless you really get a jump on the guy, or if you just completely dominate a guy, you're going to be kind of hurt, and you need somebody to watch your back when you're repairing and all those kind of things. If you meet two mechs, it's really hard to come out of that alive, like 2-on-1. So, like this guy, he's really dumb and kind of exposed himself to 4 of us. He should have probably just run away and disengaged like as soon as he could, because he's not going to win that battle. He might take one of us down, maybe, but it's not gonna end well. So there's different kinds of mechs. In front of me, there's a technical mech who's kind of like a repairer guy, and then there's a couple bigger mechs. So there's 3 different classes. There's a light, medium, and heavy. So light ones are kind of like this guy. You can see him; he's cloaking and everything, and it's kind of hard to see. I kind of just let him go after a while, I think. Do I actually get him here? Yeah, I think I did. He was kind of dumb. He actually got away, so he should have just actually kept on going. He almost got my friend over here, which I think is a bruiser. I'm not familiar with every one of them, but there's the light ones. The light mechs are kind of like scouts and snipers and camouflage dudes, guys who harass and are very quick, but they also have less armor. The one that I have right now is a medium mech, so they're a little bit more all around. They're not quite as fast. They don't have the most health, but they're kind of good in any kind of situation. Then there's even heavy mechs, which kind of have more armaments, but they're a little they're huge, so they're harder to move around, and they're a bit slow, so they're more kind of stationary mechs. So I kind of like the medium blend. I did buy a mech, but I bought it with currency that I made in the game. So yeah, it's free to play, and you can buy all of the mechs and all the little upgrades and everything. And there's a million little upgrades, different weapons, different kind of radiators and armor that you can put on stuff. And also, you saw that guy, he was kind of colored and checkered and everything. So there's cosmetic stuff that you can buy also. So there's a lot of things you can buy with real money, but I bought stuff with money I earned in the game. So I bought another mech. It's called a Reaper mech, and it's kind of like a sniper, run and gun kind of sniper thing, and I kind of don't like it, so it kind of sucks. I'm saving money again to buy another one. But what's cool about this game is that the beginner mech that they give you is actually quite badass when played right. I think my feeling is that every single one of these mechs are pretty good. I haven't met one that's always consistently like the top, kind of like in Call of Duty where there's one or two types of guns that kind of always dominate a match. So it seems like everybody kind of has its place, especially with the team-oriented combat here. Oh man, I think I should grab this. Just let that guy get killed by my teammates. Yep, got an assist there. So the team deathmatch games are played up to 50. A score of 50 for your whole team. Right now we're pretty much dominating them. If you look on the bottom left, it's 31-16 right now in 15 minutes. Gosh, see, look, this is really dumb. He should have waited for his other friends. Then he should have came after us. So every mech has a special ability. This one I just activated. You could have seen everything kind of turn blue. So this actually cools all of your weapons down. So you overheat. You never have to reload, and you never run out of bullets, or rockets. But you overheat if you use them too much. And well, I guess you do have a reload time, like the rockets take a couple seconds for it to come back online to shoot again. But if you have the ability for the recruit model, it instantly cools down everything to 0. So it's pretty good if you're in a long firefight and you just need a little extra to kill the next guy before you overheat and stuff like that. So it's a really useful one. The Reaper's one, the only other mech that I played, is that special ability is you get increased accuracy. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty useful in its own right, but I haven't been able to really dig deep in that mech as much as I wanted to. I feel like I'm not doing too well. I do want to point out that I freaking love how this game looks. Like, if you just look at the dystopian kind of futuristic mech kind of world, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I've read comics in the 80s and 90s, and this is kind of how the future always looked like. It's kind of jacked up, everything built out and developed. So yeah, it gets kind of crazy here because I start killing a whole bunch of dudes. This is in the middle of a 9 kill streak. One of my best actually right now so far. So I got that big guy, I got that guy. I think I lost one of them. But yeah, the key thing to this is to always be in a group, 2, preferably 3 or more people. But you also want to be kind of spread out because you don't want to be flanked and all those kind of things. It's hard to in Call of Duty. What I used to do was try to sneak up on a whole group of enemies and then just try to get them from behind with a big surprise attack and try to kill at least half of their team or something before I can be found out and try to get away. And this one, it's kind of hard to do that because, as you can see, it takes a little bit to kill dudes if you're lucky with, or if you're skillful with some of the hits. You can definitely hurt people a little bit more than normal, and you can definitely take them out pretty quickly. But it's not as quickly as, like, you know, just shooting a bunch of headshots and stuff like that. So it's a little more measured pace, but it does get kind of frantic. You have a dash button, so but you use up fuel. If you see that little gauge in the bottom middle, it's kind of yellow. So you have a fuel. You can dash forwards. It's kind of hard to turn if you're dashing forward, so you gotta take the dash off. You can't use your guns when you're dashing. So there's a lot of good balance to this game. Really very surprised. And yeah, the game looks fucking ridiculous. And it moves well too. Yeah, I almost kind of wish that there was like a single player thing or something, like a story, because this is a pretty cool world. But anyway, so that's Hawken. Really encourage you to check it out. So I'm going to be playing this actually right now after I finish this video. All right, thanks.